Good evening. I have to say, I was not as fortunate as Rebecca was. I came to IU with no clear idea of what it was that I wanted to do. I knew that a college education was seemingly the right choice. It would get me to whatever the next step happened to be, but beyond that, I was relatively lost. Like a lot of people, I found myself taking classes with individuals that I already knew. In this case, it was my brother. He was a political science major. He had a much clearer vision of where he wanted to go. And I found myself in class with a gentleman named John Lewis. And for professors who've been there for a while, I'm sure you remember him. He was and is fantastic. And it was an amazing experience to hear him talk and to hear him lecture about all of these things that he was so very clearly passionate about. And beyond that, he also brought everyone into a very serious level of engagement. And so we began to talk about all of these ideas, and discussions bred new ideas. And all of a sudden, for the first time since I had been there, I was really, truly vested in what I was learning, because it spoke to me in a way that I hadn't originally thought was possible. So what turned out initially as a fluke became an actual major course of study. Luckily, that major course of study led me into a field that I really do truly enjoy. What I do on a day-to-day basis is work with companies in our community that are either currently existing or looking to come into the city. I find them business deals in terms of ways that we can invest, ways that we can make the city more attractive to them, and from that we get not only private investment, but also job growth, which, as I'm sure you know, the more jobs that we have in the area, the stronger our community is and the easier it is for us to be able to bring in new and better populations. We're trying to do some infrastructure work that Jamie's really fond of as well to kind of make that happen. Small steps, though. Don't worry, it'll be done soon. But it's part of this huge whole picture. It's not just bringing in jobs and increasing private investment into our community. It's also creating a community that people want to stay. And as we know, sometimes you think you want to leave, and it turns out that this is exactly where you wanted to be in the first place. So we're really working hard to make this into that environment. And it's wonderful to be able to see every day how those things happen. I run all of the workforce programs for the city as well. So in line with what we're doing in terms of bringing in private investment, it's also a case of being able to say, we know that within the next 3 years, we're going to have 1,500 jobs that are going to fall into this sector. So now what we do is we take all the individuals who are looking to either upskill or who are currently unemployed, and the city itself actually pays for job training in those sectors so that when those jobs come online, we have a ready-to-work workforce. And with the 10-10 minimum wage that we've been trying to make a factual thing here in the city, we've also been able to have all the people coming out of these workforce programs at a medium wage right now of $13.50, which is great. So we're moving right along in the idea to kind of help cultivate that environment that we're looking for. It's wonderful to be able to see, Jamie said, that tangible impact in my home community, and I do so enjoy it. And it's nice to be able to be in a place where people have become consistently more invested and engaged in our community, and it's something that I do truly enjoy. And there are so many wonderful things that you can do in the community that you may not even know about. If anyone feels like they'd like to have more of an active voice, we're working on a couple of projects right now. We're doing the Riverfront Trails project, so you'll have an opportunity to actually come and see what we're doing as we change from Leaper Park all the way to the farmers market. We're doing lots of public information sessions. We would love to have as many voices possible so that people can come in and we can kind of take some of the things that you're saying and make them into a reality. We're also doing the Coal Trail Lines project right now, which means that you can come in and talk about if you're a biker or a runner or someone who just likes to go for really long walks along the river. This will give you a good opportunity to make your voices heard. I wholeheartedly encourage you to get involved in many public meetings as possible. We love to hear your voices. We take all of that information, we feed it into a large system to determine metrics and try to make a tangible reality out of it. So I do encourage you to get involved. There's also always opportunities. If you go to the city's website, you can see what's on the docket, what it is we're looking to do next, and different ways that you can be part of it. Okay, thank you.